to another edition of a program which is meant to go around to the country to track on different issues that affect human life, ranging from health, judiciary, education, and all other aspects of life, which is going deep in the issues that affect human life. Our aim is to bring the attention of those in authority in different sections of life, NGOs, civil societies, and all aspects of development to ensure that Nigeria is working again. National Assistant Secretary, Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, and also Chairman JUSUN Kaduna State Chapter, Comrade Saidu Magaji Agoku. In view of what happens recently or last few months ago, your union was on 2-month strike, which really crippled the judicial system of the country because everything was on standstill then. Now you are back on the promise that your arguments or your needs will be fulfilled by both the federal and the state governments. We want to know what is the situation on the ground for now.
Very good afternoon, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak with you this afternoon. As you have earlier said, our union was on industrial action for about 2 months on our struggle to ensure the autonomy and financial independence of the judiciary in Nigeria, and most especially in states, in states. Because if we are talking about the federal judiciary, they are already independent, but what is happening in most of our states in the federation is like the judiciary is being treated as a ministry or an agency of government, which of course is actually not the reality in the law. If you look at the Nigerian Constitution, it has created the 3 arms of the government and has given all these arms a full autonomy and independence to control their bodies. But unfortunately in Nigeria, most especially in some or most of the states in the federation, the case is different. So we decided after going so much way and discussions with both the federal and state governors, most especially the governors forum, we find it very difficult to realize the position of the law, which leads our union to go to litigations in 2014, which we had a case with the governors, and we won the case, and there was no any appeal from the state governors. None of the states appealed against the decision of the federal high court, and unfortunately the judgment could not be effective. So we have no option rather than to go straight to our last resort, which of course is an industrial action. And we did our best, and I believe that all Nigerians can bear us witness that this union has struggled so much to ensure the autonomy of judiciary.
So most of your agitations, as you said, is with regard to financial autonomy and administrative autonomy. Actually, looking at the scenario of the other 2 arms of the government, they are enjoying when it comes to, they are enjoying mostly when it comes to economy, our financial activities and issues. Yes. Now most of the judiciary at state level were receiving grants, as you say, like ministry.
Yeah.
So now looking at the scenario, a lot of stakeholders doing a strike suffered a lot, they cried a lot. Then to have a package that can support your members your members and the affiliate members during the strike, like ASU and other trade unions?
You know, the strength of any union determines its financial control. And we thank God that most of our members are being paid salaries during the strike. So the union, although we decided to continue the strike, even if the salaries could be stopped, but we thank God that most of the states, not all, we have just a few states that were treating us very bad, but our members, of course, were paid salaries, which we have no any reason for going another way of getting money for our members. And during that time, everybody can bear us witness, we have gone very far in making sure that our members' welfare is being protected. And of course, now that we signed the memorandum of action with the governors, and now this memorandum has been sent to all the states, and most of the states are gladly signing these laws into action. So we hope and we do believe that in a very short period of time, this autonomy will be a reality in the states.
So majority of your members are para-judicial staff, if I may call, if I'm right. And the judicial or the justice and the judges and magistrates that are working under the same umbrella, how cordial is your relationship with such people when it comes to this struggle?
Oh, you know, Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria is an umbrella union under judiciary. It's almost everybody is there.
From the CA down?
No, with the exception of the justices and judges. But all other staff, from the chief registrar down ladder, they are members of.
What I'm talking
JUSUN.
I'm talking of judges and justices.
No, the judges and justices could not join any union because of the by virtue of the.
No, the cordiality.
No,
how we are supporting.
No, we have a very good and cordial relationship with our judges and justices. With all this struggle, I don't think if we have any problem with either of our judges. They are all in support because this judicial autonomy does not only mean for judiciary workers. It is for the system. We are trying to make sure that the system works, which everybody is a stakeholder within the justice sector. When we are talking about judiciary, we are talking about both parties. That is the justices, the judges, the cadis, the magistrates, and everybody, all the staff. So when judiciary is independent, almost everybody in judiciary will enjoy the benefit of being an independent organization. Because we want to make sure that the organization works perfectly as it was created by the Constitution.
Let's look at your sister union, Nigerian Bar Association. During your struggle, MBA was not part of the strike, and it was really affected by your action. So, how supportive or opposing is the MBA during the strike?
You know, actually, when we are talking about MBA is an association of the Nigerian lawyers, which of course under judiciary staff, you know, we have many lawyers that are also members of the MBA. And I don't believe in saying that the MBA did not join the JUSUN strike. They have of course done, because they have joined us. Because the leadership of the MBA,
in disguise.
Yes, the leadership of the MBA was very supportive, and they made a statement, and they gave us all the backing, and they were part of us because they are relevant stakeholders also. And all the meetings we had in the office of the Minister of Labour, MBA is fully represented. So this time around, our strike was a collective effort of all stakeholders in the judicial system in Nigeria.
So when going to strike, besides considering other affiliates or other sister unions like MBA, which most of them were not government workers, they earn by day. As they come out, go to courts, do cases, that is the source of their livelihood.
Yes.
They really suffered during the strike, from what we gathered. And another issue, the general public suffered a lot. It was maybe during the strike there was some special courts I learned that sits at some correctional centers. So during that time, are you trying to tell us those justice and the magistrate that work at the correctional centers was their approval or their support?
You see, as far as we are concerned, we only work on the information we have at hand. When somebody works somewhere that you do not have information about, you cannot comment on it. You cannot comment on that. You see, in every struggle, there is an issue of give and take. Sometimes you have to apply all modalities. When there are some places that maybe the government needs a breathing space. I don't know actually, because I cannot say precisely where does this kind of course that you are talking about start during our strike. Because all we believe, all Nigerian courts, right from the apex court, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, was closed down up till the least court we have.
What?
So as far as the union is concerned, we know that everybody has given us the support we need. We know that all the relevant stakeholders have done their best. So there is not any finger accusation of any part of us.
So lastly, what is the way forward? What is your next level of action? What do we expect?
You see, under the memorandum of action we signed with the Governors Forum and the federal government was that some laws, the financial management laws, shall be enacted in the states before we take off. Because you cannot just say, give me my money, and you don't know even how to spend that money. So you have to have that laws to be put in place so that it will ensure that these are the committees that will control, these are the bodies that will control these finances and everything. And now, under the MOA, it was 45 days was given for all the states to enact these laws. And from the information we are having now, most of the states have either done it or they are on the process of doing it. And I think it is only after that that we can ensure the agreement being concluded.
So, as the national officer of JUSUN, lastly, what is our message to your entire members in the country?
Not only my members, we have to thank the entire Nigerians for giving us the support during that time. We know that it was a trying moment, and we have done our best, and I believe all Nigerians have understand our concept that we are doing it in the best interest of our country and in the best interest of the judicial system of our nation. And we have to appreciate also, especially the Office of the Honorable Minister of Employment, Labor Employment. He has done his best as a chief negotiator in all industrial disputes in the country. And we have to also appreciate the Nigerian Labour Congress for giving us the support we need and the statement they have made. We have to thank especially the Nigerian Bar Association for the participation and their support, the full support in all this. Nevertheless, we have to thank our members that have not only supported, but they are loyal to the union. Whenever we give any directive, they will just obey it, and they will just continue to sit at home until when we call them to come back to duties. And we have to appreciate and say very sorry for all the court users that were affected by this strike, and they should know that it is not our own fault, and we are doing our best to ensure that they get justice. So my message is for all Nigerians. We thank everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, Governor State Chapter JUSUN, and the National Assistant Secretary of JUSUN. On behalf of all my crew, I'm Abani Sani saying goodbye for now.